Lustig. Hi, freut mich, dich kennenzulernen. Nice to meet you.
Dark is an amazing show. I'm a huge fan, for real. It's a big production, the cast is amazing, the special effects looks great, the music is perfect, and the story is incredible, but at the same time, it's extremely terrifying. I think the time travel is an excuse to talk about bigger concepts like free will, ultimate destiny, existence, and it's scary. The third season is scary because we realize that we know a little about nothing. So how do you feel with the idea that there is something bigger out there? It's scary for you, or it's exciting, or what about that?
Well, I think if I believed that much in fate and that I would be only guided by fate, I probably wouldn't be very happy. I wouldn't live as a very happy person without thinking that I can, or with thinking that I cannot influence anything at all. So what I do sometimes is, if I cannot influence something, I think that fate will guide me, or something bigger. I don't want to name or call it anything like that. And if I have some influence on it, I feel like, okay, I can do something about it. So I just wiggle it around however I like it, how it fits me. So sometimes I believe in something bigger, sometimes I don't.
Yeah, I mean, Dark kind of really started the conversation in my head, because I don't think I really thought about it that much before. But since I was kind of forced to think about stuff like free will and everything. And I think that humankind always wants to have a free will, because we don't like the feeling of not having any power about the future. So I'm kind of the same. I hope that I can influence the future, but I don't really know. And for some reasons, kind of similar to Luois, I think sometimes when you can't change anything, it's better to think, well, I don't have it in my hands. It's like faith. But generally I enjoy the thought of having a free will and having an influence in the future.
And Luis, you talk about happiness, and Jonas and Martha both are very tragic characters, sometimes of tragic heroes, when they realize that are condemned to a cycle that never has an end. So I would like to know your first thoughts when you read the script of the last episode, when they found out that actually there is a way out, there is an end, and finally the end is not the beginning. So how did you feel when you read the last episode?
Well, are we spoiling or are we not spoiling? It's very important to know before I talk.
Well, your first reaction.
What I thought was that this is the most satisfying ending that I could have imagined, and I think it's very hard and very complicated for a series that opens up so many questions and time zones and parallel worlds, a parallel world. So I think that they did a great job at actually making it quite round. And if you look at other series like Game of Thrones or Lost, they've always, they went on and on and on and on, and then suddenly they wanted to end the show, and which made the end seem sort of abrupt, right? So I feel like Dark had a bit of a head start because they always knew that it was going to be 3 seasons.
And if you had the chance to talk with your own characters and ask them something about, I don't know, time travel, what would you ask to Jonas and Martha?
What would we ask them?
Yeah, if you had the chance to meet them.
Why are you always so sad? Jonas, when are you ever going to be happy? Why are you always so sad? That would be my question.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, both characters are quite tragic, and both of them are full of hope all the time, and especially Jonas is a very hopeful character. So I don't know, I probably would ask them why they never give up hope and where they get that strength from.
Yeah, because that's all. Yeah, I think that's their biggest strength, and their biggest weakness is hope, because that takes them to places that are so miserable, and the situations it's so hard to get out of, and really hardly bearable situations, so emotional. And I think it's so strong of them that they keep up their hope, that they always hope for the good in something, but it's also their biggest weakness.
And what about the possibility to confront the Luois and the Lisa from the past? What would you tell to yourself, but from the past?
It depends what age we're talking about, but I mean, I would talk to myself maybe around 10 or 11 when I wanted to start acting. I think I would tell myself that I should like hang on and do it, and
hang in there, buddy.
Be hopeful. No, just I mean, it's hard to tell because it depends on if you can change the future or not. But I wouldn't want to change the future anyways, if I could. So I mean, I think it's best to let your younger self be in the zone when you don't let them not know what's gonna happen in the future.
I think I would just tell myself, just do not put so much pressure on yourself. Just go easy on you. Relax, man. It's all gonna work out.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Yeah, everybody's worrying all the time. Like also me right now. I think everybody is worrying too much, and that's what drains our energy. I think, and that shouldn't be like that.
Well, that's all. Thank you very much, and congratulations for this series. For real, it's amazing. It's quite unique, and thank you very much for this.
Thank you. Bye.